Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he came down, and Allah's talking about these people, and he says, like, even if you, it doesn't matter if you want them or you don't want them, they'll never believe. But Allah still commanded him to go out there and to give da'wah and to invite people to Islam. So this is how important this duty is for us as Muslims. So whenever we come into a situation where, you might feel, I guess, kind of discouraged, you might feel down and out, like the people are not listening to us, or the people didn't like us, especially with the political climate as it is today, like a lot of negative stereotypes of Muslims on the media, a lot of negative information being put out, a lot of counterproductive information about Muslims being put out there, and we might feel like we might want to just shut down and just close off to the world, So, subhanAllah, we got to take this lesson from the Prophet and understand that even through the worst times, even through the worst situations, we should have that complete faith in Allah. Because we know what the situation is. We know that our problems and our situation cannot even compare to what Rasulullah went through. What the Sahaba went through, and how so many of them died for the sake of this religion. Just to say La ilaha illallah, many people were killed just for that statement. Alhamdulillah, we're not in that state right now. So even for that, we can say alhamdulillah. So inshallah, I think it's important for us just to go and take away just this one lesson, even from this early seerah of the Prophet is that no matter what the condition is, whatever our problem is, whatever kind of conflicts are happening around us that kind of making us look negative, we still have to. We're still the Ummah of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We have to carry ourselves with a higher character and the higher morals of Islam. Because even through all this situation, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he never cursed anybody. He never said anything bad to these people. None of that. Even I was also reading the Tafsir of Surah Al-Kafirun, and in the beginning, the scholar. In the beginning, he says, like Allah says, Qul, in the beginning of that surah. Because the Prophet ﷺ, he felt shy calling the people kafirun, because that's such a harsh word. So he says that Allah is telling him, like, these people are so harsh with you, so you have to call, this is Allah calling them kafirun, this wasn't the Prophet ﷺ. So even from now, we get the lesson that the Prophet ﷺ he was still very, very gentle with the people. And that's he was the compassionate warrior. We know the Prophet ﷺ one of his nicknames is Nadir, and the scholars mention that Nadir is somebody who warns to try to put the fear in you, but warns with compassion, out of compassion and out of mercy. Like we know that the climate back home, in the Middle East and all that, with the dictators and everything. It's not putting fear in you to try to control you. As you would say, like you would the controlling fear, as they would say. It's not that. It's the same. You would compare it to the warning of a parent, their kids going out to the street and the street, you try to stop them because out of love, out of mercy, it's not just trying to control them. So subhanAllah, this is the role that the Prophet is something he had with us. He was trying to warn us, sincerely warn us, he was compassionate, he was merciful. So we need to remember the same thing. I was talking to this brother one time on, he's actually a pretty recent convert. He reverted back to Islam about a year and a half ago. It was a really good friend of mine. And we were watching this YouTube video. This was just yesterday, actually. And I don't know, maybe some of us seen it here. I think it's called Hate Comes to Orange County. And it was like an Islam event. And you have like the tea bag party, or the tea party. You have them would protest outside of the Isna fundraising dinner. And it was a fundraising dinner for like raising money for shelter for battered women. And they were going over there and they're like screaming all these like obscenities at the Muslims just walking to the fundraising dinner. And they're saying all these like hurtful things about the Prophet and and my friend, he looks at me and we're looking at each other like this is like really disgusted. And he gets really, really upset. And he's like, you know what, man, these guys rednecks, and he starts calling them all these names. That made me think, like, even during the time of the Prophet, this really hurts us because we feel this love and this connection And, and I looked at my friend and I was like, I saw how hurt he really was. And I just found out, like, imagine how the Prophet ﷺ felt himself, if people were saying all these horrible things about him. Because all these things that people are saying now, they're not new. The Quraysh used to call the Prophet ﷺ all these things, Like, imagine you have this high status with the people, like people respect you, you're known not to lie, like, you treat everybody respectfully, and everybody appreciates that. But subhanAllah, you come with an important message, you come with an important warning for the people. And you're, like you said, he was doing this out of compassion. It wasn't like for his own personal gain or anything like that. He was doing this out of sincere compassion. When he comes with this most important news, they're willing to listen to you about other things, but when he comes with this most important news,